when the pandemic started, how many people picked up their laptop? If they didn't have to physically be at work, how many of you just picked up your laptop and went home or went somewhere else and worked from there? Just curious. So most people did at the beginning of the pandemic. And the real, I'd say, surprise for us at the local level was how well it worked. Wasn't perfect. Not everybody had all the bandwidth that they needed. Not everybody had all the technology tools they needed. But by and large, it worked really well. And the first thing we saw, and if you've ever been to Austin, Texas, we've grown way too fast. We're one of the fastest growing urban areas in the country. And we've not been able to manage transportation there. So there's just horrible traffic congestion, and it's extremely frustrating, and it takes people a long time to get to and from work. One of the first things we noticed was that overnight, we solved our traffic congestion problem. Bam, it was gone. Now, that's an extreme situation. We're not going to have everybody working from home again like that very often, but we can reduce the percentages of people who are on the road every day at the same time, driving to work in the morning and driving home at night, by encouraging people to telecommute or work remotely, which we did. We passed a resolution committing Travis County to achieve a goal of having 75% of our eligible workers, meaning people who didn't have to physically be at work to do their job, having 75% of them work remotely on a permanent basis. And we've pretty much achieved that. And the benefits are enormous, starting with a measurable reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. We worked with ICLEI, and I'm the U.S. board chair of ICLEI, full disclosure, so I'm a big fan of ICLEI. But we worked with them several years back to do a greenhouse gas inventory, so we understood where are we as a local government contributing greenhouse gas pollution. And the first was pretty common, I think, for most governments. It's buildings. It's the energy we use to heat and cool and light buildings. The second was a tie between our employee commute and our fleet vehicles. So we knew the employee commute was a significant part of what we were generating in terms of dangerous greenhouse gas emissions. We've conservatively documented that we've reduced our employee commute emissions by at least 30%. And to the extent that we're making this practice permanent, we believe that's a measurable reduction that we can reliably continue to produce. And there were other benefits that none of us had really thought about directly, but it's really important for anybody who has employees. We increased productivity. We were able to document an increase in productivity, and it's not terribly surprising. People got to work faster. They got to work from their bedroom to their kitchen or wherever their home office was set up. They weren't stuck in traffic. So an increase in productivity, an improvement in employee morale. Happy employees are really important, especially for government. You don't want your staff being crabby or cranky with the public. And they loved being able to work from home. They all saved money when the price of gas went up. So it was a de facto raise. We saved money on our utility bills at our local government. We saved $1,300,000 in the first year on reduced energy use and reduced water use. We reduced our greenhouse gas emissions. We reduced our traffic congestion. And at the end of the day, I say to local governments and businesses, what's not to love about this? And I really think this is the kind of program that if we encourage it and we make clear the multiple benefits of it, it can be implemented in virtually every government operation and many businesses. So please engage local governments more vigorously, create clear expectations for us so that we know we need to get in the game and we need to make real changes with measurable results. So thank you all for your work on the partnership, and I'm delighted to have had a chance to talk with you here today. Thank you all.